Hey guys, welcome back to week 3, game 3 of Decks Built Quick. We have the Black Hurricane versus Britches Malone.
Right.
And we had pretty close game 1,
Mm-hmm.
a not close game 2.
It was a stomping game 2.
I'm real interested to see how game 3 goes. We have, which decks do we have? We know a little bit about it.
Yeah, we don't know exactly the deck
everything,
list, right? But it looks like Cody, aka Britches Malone, is going to be playing an Inhumans Crime Lords mix, which is a weird mix between the two. Not two teams you normally see played together.
Yeah,
and then like a straight evil deck for the Black Hurricane.
Okay.
Basically with Dark Heart at the
Oh, it's like
drop.
evil characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's trying to get to a really big
Yeah,
Dark
it's
Heart.
like in villains Crime Lords essentially.
Okay, that'll be interesting. I think they're almost ready to start down there.
Most likely.
So let's go ahead and check in. Maybe. Yeah,
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. We found it. Shuffling up, looks like both of them have picked their MCs going into round number 3. Black Hurricane has Enchantress, Miss Marvel, and Storm left in his stable. And Cody has got Green Goblin, Leviathan Mother, and Hulk left in his.
So I'm guessing not Hulk. Probably
Probably
Leviathan
not.
Mother.
They flipped over. It's Miss Marvel and Green Goblin.
Okay, well that kind of destroys my getting to guess game. But
Yeah, well, they went too fast for you.
Whatever.
It's interesting picks. Both of them pick a 5-1 character for their opponent. And
I think that's all Black Hurricane got.
Yeah, I believe all 5 of his are 5-1 characters.
A mistake.
Yeah, it seems a bit rough, and it looks like Black Hurricane picked to go first,
Okay.
dropped a green, and passed the turn. No red to get the stun and the XP. And
nothing for Britches on turn 1.
And that's weird playing Crime Lords, because typically you'd see a
that's
Carnage turn.
A Zemo would have been great in this
True.
format, right?
Very true.
Carnage, yeah.
Just
Carnage
see what they're playing.
Because what are the odds that one of the cards in their hand matches their MC's team affiliation?
Second resource for Britches, followed by a Swaim sideways.
With no targets.
And a Carnage.
Okay.
And 2 emerge from the cocoons, and a power up on Carnage. We've got, is that a 6/6 Carnage on turn number 2?
It's one. Yeah, that's a 6/6.
Going into Miss Marvel.
Oh my gosh.
And looks like the Black Hurricane's got a play here. Does he have the Savage Surprise?
Like
to
a Savage Surprise gives you a stun back, yeah.
Which, I mean, if this is the deck he's running Savage Surprises in, he picked the right one.
Yeah, definitely. 6/6, man, that's ridiculous.
Well, there's 2, there's 3 Savage Surprises for a level up on Miss Marvel and a stun on Carnage, although Carnage will just get bigger with the stun. That's incredible. That's incredible.
That's 12 XP on turn 1.
Turn number 2.
Oh, turn
number 2. Let's get it straight.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous.
How does he follow that up on his turn 3?
I mean, you kill Swain, right?
I mean, one would hope. One would hope. It's nice having a 5/8 on turn 3, though. That's for darn sure.
Oh my gosh.
If he's got to play, if he's playing villains and Crime Lords, so he could play he could play Doc Ock, would be able to stun the Swaim and then swing his Miss Marvel into Green Goblin. But it looks like 3 turns in a row with no play for the Black Hurricane.
Oh, that's not good.
But but he does have a 5/8.
Yeah, he's got a very savage 5/8.
And I wonder if he's got the yellow in this deck to be able to fanfic it up.
Oh god, yes.
I mean, one would hope. Shock to the system to save the Swaim? Yes, to save the Swaim.
Because she's only 5 attack.
Yeah, yes. She goes down to 2 attack.
Worst level 2 ever.
She's fine.
Look, she didn't even get anything done. You wasted 3 Savage Surprises.
Wasted is a strong
word. You didn't
word.
even do anything with them.
No, you did a lot
You're
of things.
You're a piece of garbage.
Oh my gosh, a Pangea or Panacea coming down.
And a dinosaur. Okay.
To make Carnage bigger, heal the wound off of Carnage. Holy cow.
Oh, we had to upgrade to an adult
that,
dice. That is a 7. That is an
8/8
Carnage.
On turn number 3, with Emerge from the Cocoon on Panacea.
Yeah.
So she's a 5/5 now.
Well, I think Carnage is just going to take this game over now.
Yeah. Well,
you can't do anything there,
he's,
right?
He's big enough to kill Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel doesn't have any Savage Surprises left in her deck. And now he's just going to keep getting bigger from there. Now he's a 9/9. And an XP on Green Goblin.
Oh yeah, this game's over. We're gonna see another just thrashing.
Poor Black Hurricane.
Just another. Well, there's the yellow.
There's the yellow. He's running in the deck.
He's rating his ability. Yep.
All right, let's see if he's actually going to play characters. He's gone basically a game and a half without playing any characters.
What 4/4 drop? Okay, what 4/drop lines up against what is that now? A 9/9 Carnage.
You know, there's not a lot.
I don't think there's any. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's like, yep, this will handle this situation that I've gotten myself into.
I mean, no, because this is villain, so he doesn't have even the odds or anything in the deck.
And he healed the freaking wound off of it.
It's amazing. But he's thinking hard about what he wants to play here. I assume he's going to recruit a character. I assume the Black Hurricane has put characters into his deck.
Listen, based off the last game,
maybe not. I don't even know.
Who knows? Maybe it was the old bait and switch.
Maybe
he's like, I didn't have enough good characters, so I just put them in these two decks, and then I grabbed the wrong deck game two,
maybe,
and played the one without the characters in it.
All right, he's got something. He's thinking about it. Nope. Decided against it.
Nope, these cards are all bad, he says. None of these cards match up against a 9/9.
Well, a card comes close.
It doesn't, though. It doesn't.
Once it gets a wound, then they'll stun each other, and then Carnage will get bigger, and then
Carnage will then be a 12/12 that
maybe he's running a 5-drop Doctor Strange in this deck, and then he could turn the -1/-1s into +1/+1s.
So I saw a little glimpse of his hand. He looked like he had a Magneto and a Venom there for a second.
Okay.
So he was probably debating between the Venom who
and
gets
the
to
Mr.
gain
Hyde.
the counters, and the Mr. Hyde who comes in to play with the minus.
Yeah, he does have the green for the Venom.
Yeah, so he would have had to play a 5/5 or a 6/6.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably hoping that this thing gets stunned, I guess.
Yeah, because the 5/5 turns into a 10/10.
Yeah.
Unless Cody has lethal on his side of the board, which...
Is there a
I'm trying to think of, I don't think there's a bunch of Inhumans with lethal.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's
They
Crime
have
Lords
a
with
killer
lethal.
voice.
They do.
Oh,
They do. That could
we
be
have
bad.
fair balance.
I assume that -1/-1's going on Carnage. I'm just going to throw that out there. Yep.
Yeah. So he's
taking him down to an 8/8
and
instead
Marvel
of
becomes
a
a
9/9.
6/9.
That's pretty big, but and doesn't quite die to the Carnage.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
And maybe gets to take out a character this turn, going into the Panacea. I'm
5/5?
saying that right?
You were asking the wrong person on how to say Inhuman names. I have
Well,
no idea.
We have cleaned up. Black Hurricane cleaned up the board a little bit. He finally played a character, and maybe things are looking up. He doesn't have any wounds on him yet.
Okay, he got a...
That's not big enough. No, it is big enough.
No, it's not.
No, it's not yet. It's because it's a 9/9. It's an 8/8 into a 6/9.
Okay, we're done with our turn.
Okay.
All right.
No recruits either. So that's if there was a way to get the Black Hurricane back into this game, that's it, right? Cody misses the 4-drop, and actually, yeah, a 4-drop. No, a 5-drop because he didn't play a resource either.
That's interesting.
Cody misses a 5-drop.
No. It's
oh, that's right. That's
Black
right.
Hurricane went first.
Yeah.
Because he got swamped.
That's right. And there's the Venom we were talking about. And I bet you these two are going to have a fanfic written about them.
Oh man, you think they're gonna do a little makeout action?
Oh, they're gonna make out.
I mean, listen, if you want one of them to make out,
and we get to shrink that Carnage all the way down.
No, you don't. He has.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But if you're putting one of them in a fanfic, Venom's definitely one of them what you want because he also has symbiosis.
That's true. It's true.
So, so you're gonna get a free attack on
Carnage. No stun backs.
Right, because they can't be struck. Because that's what I think he's telling them right now. Hey.
And then wound the Green Goblin? Or are we gonna take out the dinosaur?
I would start putting wounds on your opponent's MC.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, what's that dinosaur really gonna do right now?
Right. Like, what on the board? What's the 3/1 with flying doing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Because you're not even running other champions that we've seen, so it's not even team attacking with anything. So
that's a 9/9.
And another Panacea to heal a wound off of Carnage. This Carnage will not die!
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's essentially a 4-wound Carnage.
That is so annoying.
Yeah.
Like, as the Black Hurricane, you got trashed game 2, right?
Right.
And now game 3, you're...
Whoa, double pumps. Is that big enough?
they'll trade, but the wound doesn't matter because he healed.
They didn't trade.
You're dealing with this
They didn't
carnage.
trade because he's a 10-10. Because he had the 2 counters plus the next 2 counters from fanfic.
Okay.
And then the double power up.
So he hit. Yep, that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Turn 6, there was interesting something you said that was in Black Hurricane's hand. Magneto.
Oh, Magneto's really good here.
And if he plays the Magneto this turn, that Carnage is not flipping back over. And then all of a sudden, you are ahead. And there's the Magneto. And now you just get to shut down the whole board.
Oh, man. You get to systematically just pick all these things
That's a gigantic swing. And all of a sudden, the Black Hurricane is taking control of this game.
We're back. Now you have the board. You went from having staring down like the biggest carnage I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's true.
To being behind on board. So now you're ahead on board and you're up a wound.
Yeah. You're up 2 wounds.
No. Because remember.
That's right.
You hate the Black Hurricane.
The Black Hurricane's on my list.
That's fair. After some things he said.
And there's a Dark Heart that's only only 2 bigger.
He's a 6/6 fly range.
Yeah, but you want your Dark Hearts to be like 11/11s.
I don't disagree with you. But like, okay, so. Man, how did we get here?
I don't know. And I think it comes back to the turn 4 of Cody. He missed a drop. He's ahead on board, he misses the drop, and he is not able to push the advantage that he had. And then all of a sudden, Black Hurricane's mid-range cards start coming through and start pulling the game ahead for him. There's the Venom that I bet you Cody wished he had on turn 4.
Jeez.
And just a pass from Cody. There's nothing to swing into. There's nothing to do. And now that Venom's just going to get turned upside down as well.
It looks like... Oh.
And there's an onslaught, a little bit of spiciness coming out of the Black Hurricane's deck.
Hey, Carnage is back.
A Carnage Dark Heart. So it's got 4 wounds, right?
4 wounds. It is a base of a 5/5 that gets a +1/+1 counter anytime it becomes stunned. Which it gets stunned a lot.
And we're fanficking up
maybe
onslaught and something. I think. I think he's trying to figure out if you can fanfic multiple characters of the same one, which you can.
Yeah, so he's formatting up front, and then so Darkheart is.
So we've got a 6/6 and a 6/7, or a 6/6 and a 7/7. No, an 8/8 and a 9/9.
An 8/8 and a 9/9
with the +1/+1 counters.
Who can't be stunned back.
Yeah.
Who gets a +1/+1 counter every time he stuns or is stunned.
And also has 4 wounds.
And doesn't lose his counters.
Yeah. And there's the 4th wound on Cody. I think this is going to be a win for the Black Hurricane with one of the most amazing comebacks that I have ever seen in this game.
That is ridiculous.
I think that speaks to the power of Miss Marvel and also the power of turn 1 triple Savage Surprise.
I'm just dumbfounded by this game. Like, turn 2, I'm looking at the board going, you can't win.
Yeah, this game's over.
And then the turn 3 was play nothing. And so, like, then you're even further behind. You're like, there's definitely no way you're going to win this game.
And that's why you never give up, kids. You got 5 guaranteed turns in versus, unless you're playing Kid Kaiju, then you've only got 4 guaranteed turns. But
yeah, that's...
you know what? Sometimes you can get the big swings, and those mid-range like 4, 5, 6 drops, and that's gonna be it. Cody is scooping it up. The Black Hurricane with an incredible comeback victory to win the game. What was that Uncanny Defense doing in that deck? I didn't see a single X-Man. Oh, he had the Flint in his hand. The Flint would have stolen all the +1/+1 counters from the entire board and built a gigantic flyer.
But he didn't have the green.
Oh, that would have been incredible. What a great set. Props to the Black Hurricane for being able to pull out that Game 3, especially after the Game 2 loss and being so far behind in Game 3 to keep his composure and come out and still win the game.
Yeah, that was... like, words. Like, I don't have them. Like, again, like, you look at that board, you go, there's no... Like, an 8/8 Carnage.
Yeah.
And it's like, anything that you play is going to just get stunned, and it's going to make this Carnage stronger. You've wasted all your Savage Surprises because you didn't know that he was going to start healing wounds off of this Carnage. Like, that was the Carnage he played on turn 2.
Yeah.
It got stunned...
It got stunned
3
twice.
times.
Oh yeah, three times.
And it got 2 of its wounds healed.
Right.
Off of
It was basically a 4 wound carnage.
That.
And the Black Hurricane won through that.
That's kooky crazy.
But you know what? I mean, I feel for Cody because I feel like I was in that same situation game two last week, where it's just like I feel I am 100% ahead on the board.
Right.
I'm going to win this game, and then all of a sudden the rug gets pulled out from under you, and you just lose. And that's the way it goes sometimes in card games, in general.
Yeah.
And I bet you we'll see Cody in the finals again at some point.
Yeah,
He's a very good player.
One.
He's
consistently done well, right?
Yes.
So eventually he's got to not.
He's gonna
face whatever just happened there. Like. That's a heartbreaker.
Absolutely. But congratulations to our week 3 winner, the Black Hurricane.
Yeah.
And I believe we're going to go down to an interview with him right now.
All right.
Hello and welcome back. After a riveting Game 3, I am here joined with the Black Hurricane from Decks Built Quickly week number 3. Let's quickly run over the games, okay? Game 1 was pretty close. You played well. Cody played well. Game 2, complete blowout. Like, you had no chance. And let's talk about the game that really mattered. Game 3. Neither of you play anything on turn 1. And then turn 2, you both have the most incredible plays I've ever seen in this game. Share your thoughts on Game 3.
Well, obviously, I came back in Game 3. It was not as bad as it looked.
Because it looked very bad.
I felt like I was in control pretty much the entire time. As soon as I knew I had Magneto, I knew what my plan to victory was.
You knew your plan to victory with a 6-drop on turn 2.
Yes. Here's the thing about this league.
Okay.
Everyone in this league is a little... They've got big heads.
Okay.
They have decided... We have our own YouTube channel.
Okay.
We have our own league that we should be distributing all this information to the collective. Really droning out, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the problem. You guys aren't the end-all be-all. The guy running this thing has no idea what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
The commentators are fighting amongst themselves, challenging each other, telling each other who's better, who's worse. This whole thing,
Okay.
I have no idea what they're doing. So this is just the calm before the storm. Things are going to get much, much worse for everyone from here on out.
Some bold statements from the Black Hurricane.
Well,
You know, that was interesting. What could he even say?
I just wish for 1 week, one week, we could get a normal person.
That's not going to happen.
It's like, how can you come to the league and hang out with all these people and then just talk like that? I can't even.
Well, having said all that, I would like to make one statement. Last week, after my victory, Vito, the commentator from last week, did something that I disagreed with. As a commentator, I try to be unbiased, and I try to set aside my personal feelings about things and just commentate on the games and let the game speak for itself. At the end of last week, Vito did not do that as a commentator. He attacked me personally. He tore me down, and he disrespected me. Now, I could call for his banning from the commentator's booth. I could say that it was unprofessional. I could say that he disrespected Cody. I could say that he disrespected me, but I'm not going to do any of that. Because apparently Vito thinks that I'm a coward. He thinks that he can call me out. He thinks he can say that trash about me, and that there will be no repercussions. Well, I can tell you one thing very clearly. I don't take that sort of disrespect lightly. So here's what I'm going to do. I challenge you, Vito. Best of 3, decks built quick. I'll even let the commissioner decide the format. You name the time, you name the place. All right? Best of 3, nothing on the line except pride. You and me sitting across the table. Anyways, having said all that, this was Decks Built Quick. For John, I'm Sniggenhoff, and we'll see you next time.
hit record?
Yeah.
Crap. Alright. Let me just say some terrible things about myself.
Dude, this fantasy league this week?
Mhm.
Fuck.
Really?
Well, I mean, I just accidentally have way too good of shit. The lighting here is pretty bad. Fucking shit every time. Is that better? No, it's way worse.
Is it?
I mean, do we care about shadows?
Yeah, it should be fine. Because I am the shadows. Black Hurricane, I'm gonna fuck you, man.
How about right here?
That's better.
It's much better. Okay. All right, hit us with it.
So what let's run through it real quick. What are you
Okay.
gonna say?
I'm gonna intro after a incredible game 3. I'm here with the Black Hurricane, winner of week 3's, winner of the Build Better, Decks Built Quickly League game, all those numbers and letters. Winner of week 3 of the Decks Built Quick League. So let's start off. Now I'll talk about the draft, game 1, 2, and 3. Quickly running over games 1 and 2, talking mostly about game 3.
Okay.
And then we'll leave it with any comments you want to say for the league or your future competitors.
How about this? Like,
Okay.
so you had a close game 1,
Mm-hmm. Total blowout game 2.
blowout game 2, game 3. It looked like you were really behind, and you were able to claw your way back in.
Mm-hmm.
Share your what are your thoughts on game 3?
Okay.
And then I'll talk about. Of course, I called my way out. This whole league's a joke.
Okay. All right, that works. That works. Give a little action time. Wait, so you don't edit it to where I look dumb as fuck like in the last video, where I'm just like staring at the camera. And then we just start. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah. I watch it so many times
Mm-hmm.
that like when it posts, I don't watch it. I'm done with it at that point.
All right.